Just give me a minute, guys. Okay. We'll just wait for a few minutes, allow others to join, and then start. The topic is about food items and utensils, vessels. We'll just wait for a couple of minutes, allow everyone to join, and then start. Once again, I've sent the invite, guys. Please join, and just give me a minute. Thank you. Okay, let's start the topic. Karthik, can you hear me? Or let me start. Yeah, thank you. Let me start with the other learner. Rahul, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear.
Okay, go ahead. Please read the first slide. Yes, Rahul, go ahead. Read the first slide. You are on mute. आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही. Yeah.
ओके सर.
Yeah.
इस लेसन को हमने 3 भागों में बांटा है. पहले भाग में हम खाने के प्रकार के बारे में पढ़ेंगे. दूसरे भाग में हम खाना बनाने के तरीकों के बारे में पढ़ेंगे और तीसरे भाग में हम कटलरी के बारे में पढ़ेंगे.
Cutlery. Yeah, cutlery. Yeah.
जी सर.
Okay. Just a minute. Still adding our learners. Okay. Let's continue. Yes, Rahul, go ahead. Read the next slide.
ओके सर, खाने के प्रकार वेजिटेबल्स पालक, गोभी, आलू, बैंगन आदि होते हैं। और दूसरा फ्रूट्स आम, केला, अंगूर, संतरे आदि। तीसरा डेयरी दूध, दही, छाछ। फोर्थ मीट, मटन, चिकन, पार्क एंड सी फूड मछली, झींगे, श्रिम्प आदि। ग्रेन्स अनाज होते हैं जो व्हीट, राइस आदि। पल्स जो दालें होती हैं।
Good, thank you. Minute. Okay. Yes, here we talk about vegetables, fruits, dairy, anything that is related to milk obviously is a dairy product. Meat, mutton, chicken, pork, seafood, grains, wheat, rice and pulses. This is what it is. So you will come across questions where you need to answer, pick what is the category that the fruit or the vegetable or whatever product fits into. Okay. Go ahead, Rahul. Read the next one. Rahul, read the next one.
जी सर, किडनी बीन्स कौन से वर्ग से संबंधित है? ये पल्स होती है सर।
Yeah, thank you. Correct. Thank you. Karthik, go ahead. Read the next one.
Melon is a fruit, sir.
Melon is a fruit, absolutely. Go ahead, read the next one.
Mutton is a part of meat.
Thank you.
Mutton is a kind of meat.
Is a meat, basically. Thank you. Go ahead, read the next one.
Radish is a vegetable.
Thank you.
Sir, are kidney beans not part of vegetables?
Pulses.
Pulses.
Yes. That's correct. A minute. Okay, yes. Suresh, please continue.
Yes, sir. Cheese. फर्स्ट ऑप्शन सर, चीज, डेयरी। चीज कौन सा वर्ग से संबंधित है? डेयरी।
Go ahead, read the next one. Lettuce is how we pronounce this.
लेट्यूस कौन सा वर्ग से संबंधित है? वेजिटेरियन। वेजिटेरियन।
Vegetable. Lettuce is how we pronounce it. Vegetable. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Lettuce can be of variety, a lot of things basically. Go ahead, read the next one.
एक प्लेट कौन से वर्ग से संबंधित है? वेजिटेरियन। वेजिटेबल सर। फोर्थ ऑप्शन वेजिटेबल।
Thank you. Yeah. In India, brinjal is a very common word. In the Western world, eggplant is what they generally call it. Either of the two names are mean the same vegetable that they are referring to. Okay, Abhay, go ahead. Please read the next slide.
Yes, sir. Cream, dairy.
Thank you. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Thank you. Go ahead.
Try
read them.
to block.
Beef.
Try to block Jasmeet, sir. He is passing some abusive comments in the chat box.
I didn't see the message actually. It gets auto refreshed on my screen. If I see it, I'll block it definitely. Yes, go ahead, Abhay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Meat. Beef to meat.
Absolutely. Okay. Go ahead, Abhay. Read the next one.
Yes, sir. Meat.
The next one.
Meat, sir. Meat. Pork, meat.
Okay, pork is meat. Okay, thank you. All right. Today, since the topic is not a very long one, we will have Pratap, please be on mute. Thank you. Yeah. We will see if we can have a debate or a conversational kind of a topic. Okay. And once we're done with this, of course, let's continue for the time being. Tulsi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead. Read the next slide. Go ahead. Read the next slide. We are at the cooking methods here, basically. Yeah. We are at the cooking methods here, basically. Yeah.
एक ओवन में पकाना, सेकना, रोस्ट, भुनना, फायर तलना,
Defrost.
बर्फ गला डिफ्रॉस्ट बर्फ गलाकर हटाना, स्टर हिलाना, ग्रिल खुली आग की मदद से ग्रिल पर पकाना, ब्लेंड हाथ से पकड़ने की मशीन से मिश्रण करना, तिल छीलना, शिन पाक काटना, मिल्क पिघालना, बॉईल उबालना, मिक्स मिलाना.
Yeah. Squeeze, simmer, grate, and steam. These are the simmer, grate, and steam. I'm sorry, voice is echoing. Yeah. So the first one is bake, roast, fry. Yeah. So then we have defrost, stir, grill, blend, peel, slice. Peel and slice, there's the difference. Obviously, peeling is when you peel the outer layer of any vegetable or fruit. Slice is when you cut it. Melt, boil, mix, squeeze, simmer. The Hindi translation is given here. धीमी आंच पर पकाना जिसे कहते हैं, that's called simmering. Grating, again, when vegetables or fruits, are grated. Steam, we all know what steam is. So yeah, these are the words.
Sir, can you say about bake? Means it's related to bakery, like
bakery. Yes, that's correct. Baking anything is related to making anything in an oven, basically. That's why we call it.
In bakery, cakes are not made in oven.
No, I mean multiple things are made. That's what I mean. It can be multiple things. It's basically cooking in a dry heat. Bake. The word kind of is related to bakery, but yeah, that's why you don't say making a cake. We call it a baking a cake because you need to heat the cake and you need to make it right. You need to bake the cake, not make the cake. That's the difference. Okay, thank you. Let's continue. Tulsi, go ahead, read the next one.
You can bake bread in an oven.
Yeah, very good. Thank you.
Sir, bake means actually preheat, sir. Preheat.
To cook in dry heat in a closed. So in a closed place, basically either it's a earthen oven or it's the modern oven that we talk about. So on a heated surface, basically. To bake or cook by dry heat, it's not. So that's the difference between cooking and baking. Cooking is when you can you add water and stuff like that. It's not dry heat.
Dry heat means through waves, sir.
Dry heat basically means in a closed place, like
Okay.
the oven, the tandoor that we have. That's also called that. In a way, it's an oven, right? So that, and the other thing is the modern ones that we use with electricity.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Basically called dry heat because there's no flame there. That's the difference between dry heat and exposure to flame. When we cook, there is exposure to the flame, but dry heat does not have flame in it. That's why. Okay, let's continue. Deepak, go ahead, read the next one. Deepak, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, read the next one.
They roast meat in oven.
They roast. Yeah, that's correct. They roast meat in the oven. That's correct. Yeah, that's correct. That's the first one that you selected. Go ahead, read the next one. Deepak, go ahead. Complete the sentence.
Yes, I'm 15 page, sir. I couldn't see the 16.
Go ahead, read now. Can you see the 16th page now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can deforest the chicken.
Defrost.
You can defrost the chicken in the microwave.
Defrost basically means because chicken is generally stored in a refrigerator. Defrost basically means is freeing something from ice. Basically, that it means is that when something is stored in a refrigerator for a period of time, it obviously becomes hard and there is ice. So you need to remove the ice, and so the best way to do that is to defrost. Defrost is basically free the accumulated ice on anything, any food item, basically. Like there are a lot of food items that are stored in the fridge for a long period of time. So when you cook, you need to obviously defrost first and then cook, right? Go ahead, read the next one. Guys, I see some names on the chat. Please join. I've sent the invite again. Deepak, read the slide, please.
Yes, yes, sir. You will need a wooden spoon to stir the food.
Stir, to stir.
Stir.
That's correct. Stir.
Yes, sir. You will need a wooden spoon to stir the food.
Stir the food. Yes, that's correct. That's how we pronounce the word stir. Okay. Right. Stir is a word that can be used for multiple things, not just necessarily related to food. Like, for example, the students stirred a movement last year. Protest movement. Okay. Let's say my sentence is the students stirred a protest movement last year. Okay, so this can also be used. The word stir can also be used in this context. Stir basically means, this one explanation is related to food, right? The other meaning of stir is to move or cause to move, or basically to cause something or to shake something, right? Or a physical movement, basically, is what we call stir. So, for example, if I say, or let's say, for example, the other meaning is to arouse a feeling, or to move, or to excite someone. It's like to awaken someone. Okay, like you must have come across this. He gave a stirring speech in the parliament, for example. Okay, gave a Stirring speech basically means what? एक जोरदार speech दी उन्होंने. Gave something that was thrilling, that was dramatic, rousing, something that was passionate. Okay. This word can also be used in other ways. He gave a stirring speech in the parliament. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Pratap, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please read the next slide. Complete the sentence.
Yes, ma'am. Mix well with a microwave blender. Mix well.
पूरा sentence पढ़िए.
Yes, sir. You can make mixers with a blender.
जी आपकी आवाज है ना बहुत लाउड है और क्लियर नहीं है आपकी आवाज. थोड़ा या तो वॉल्यूम कम कीजिए या इफ माइक आप माइक से बहुत नजदीक हो तो थोड़ा दूर रखिए माइक को.
ठीक है. You can make milkshake with a blender.
Blender. You can make milkshakes. Plural word है. जहां भी s हो तो उसको plural की तरह pronounce करना है. You can make milkshakes with a blender. Okay. Good. Read the next slide.
Great. Kaddukas.
Yeah, read the first one is correct. Great is the correct option. Read the sentence. Sentence पढ़िए.
You need to grate the cheese to put on the. Sir, ये दिखाई नहीं दे रहा, sir.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah, that's correct. Pizza. That's correct. Okay. Thank you. Let's continue. Priyanka, can you hear me? Priyanka, can you hear me? Yeah, Pratap, please be on mute. Thank you. Priyanka, can you hear me? You're on mute at the moment. Just wanted to ask you if your the issue is resolved. If you're able to see the slides now. Okay, no problem. Let's go back to Rahul. Please continue.
Yes, sir. I sliced the bread with a knife.
I sliced the bread with the knife. Absolutely. Thank you.
Sir, can we say I cut the bread?
Yeah, that's fine. Say that. Slice is a better word. Cutting is generally used for objects. But yeah, cut is fine. You can use it. But slicing is because you use a different knife, right? So that's like a butter knife or the other one. That's the difference basically. For breads, you don't use the word cut. You use the word slice. That's a common accepted word. Slice for bread or any food items basically. When you cut a food item, the better word to use is slice. Okay. Pratap, please be on mute. आपके यहाँ से बैकग्राउंड में आवाज आती है. So individually जब मैं सबसे पूछूं तभी आप unmute करके आंसर दे सकते हो. Okay. Otherwise be on mute. Thank you. Priyanka, can you hear me now? Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't see a full name here. It says SHAILU 911. Your name, please. Shailendra. I'm sorry. I don't see the full name. Can you hear me? Guys, if there is any technical issue, please disconnect and reconnect. Yes, can you hear me? See a number here, 911. Shailu 911. Can you hear me? जी आपको आवाज आ रही है मेरी? Okay, well, so again, some issue. Yeah, Suresh, go ahead, read the next one.
Yes, sir. Second, sir. If you boil eggs for 10 minutes, they become very hard.
Suresh, your voice is not clear, my friend. Your voice is not clear. If you
Yes, sir. If you boil eggs for 10 minutes, they become very hard.
Absolutely.
I think, sir, it is conditional sentence.
Yeah, absolutely. It's conditional. That's correct.
Zero conditional.
Go ahead, read the next one, Karthik.
Sir, mixture. To mix all the ingredients, we use a mixer.
Okay. To mix all the ingredients, we use a mixer. Absolutely. Correct. Priyanka, can you hear me now? I think you
Yes, sir, I can. Good
yeah.
afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Is your issue resolved? Are you able to see the slide now?
No, sir, I can see you, but I can't see the slides. Even yesterday when you shared the screen, I could see the screen, but not the slides.
You could see the screen that I had shared, the notepad.
No, sir. Yeah, yesterday, sir.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
that's what I mean. Yesterday when I shared the notepad, you were able to view that the window was there. So
Yes,
what is the issue with the slides? Blank, is it?
yeah, sir, it is completely blank, and I can see that 22 out of 32. It means this is 22nd slide, which is running now, but I can't see anything else.
You don't see the content, basically. Is it blank? What is
Yes,
it,
sir.
like a black color or what?
It
Plain
is
white.
white, sir. It is
White.
white. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So you've taken the screenshot and sent the mail, right? Or without the screenshot?
Sir, without
यस
the
सर, अगर
screenshot.
जी सर, अगर इसमें एक रिफ्रेश का ऑप्शन अगर वो क्लिक करते हैं तो ऑटोमेटिक रिफ्रेश हो जाता है। ये कमेंट बॉक्स के ऊपर और वीडियो के नीचे होता है।
Yeah, I tried,
Yeah,
sir.
she's
Many
tried
times
that.
it
उन्होंने try
doesn't
किया था
work
वो,
that.
but वो that doesn't work.
सर नहीं
No
सर,
problem.
उसको स्विच अप करके फिर चालू करेगा तो होते हैं, लेकिन क्लास में बाहर जाके स्विच अप करने का, बाद में आने का क्लास में।
I know that she tried that, it didn't work. So yeah, see, maybe there must be some issue. So Priyanka, take a screenshot and send the email. I will inform my colleague again about it today. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Yeah, I will inform the colleague about it again. Let me read the sentence for you. The sentence given here is dash the vegetables gently for an hour. Okay. The options are simmer, grate, burn, freeze.
Dash the vegetable for an hour. Great.
Options are simmer, grate, burn, and freeze.
Freeze the vegetable for an hour. Nahi. Grate the vegetable for. So freeze the.
Simmer. Simmer is the correct option here. Simmer का मतलब होता है धीमी आंच पर पकाना, basically.
Simmer. Okay, sir.
Simmer.
Okay, sir.
SIMMER. That's the word. Okay.
Okay, sir.
The second sentence is no, that's fine. This you'll have to read. Someone will need to read this. Okay. Abhay, please read this slide.
सर, खाने के बर्तन, कटलरी एंड अनडिफाइंड, टीचर, घड़ा, कलश, प्लेट, थाली, स्पून, चम्मच, फोर्क, कांटा, ट्रे, मग, नाइफ, चाकू, स्ट्रॉ, बॉल, कटोरा।
Straw. Okay. Pitcher, plate, spoon, fork, tray, mug, knife, straw, and bowl. Okay. Pitcher is obviously a little bigger than the mug, so it's the bigger version of the mug. That's what we call kalash or ghada in Hindi, right? So that's what it is. Pitcher, plate, spoon, fork, tray, mug, knife, straw, and bowl. Okay. All right. Thank you. Let's continue. Tulsi, please read the next slide. Tulsi, read the next slide, please. You're on mute. Okay.
You can eat soup with a spoon.
Absolutely. When we talk about soup, we don't use drink soup. Drink is only specifically for liquids, but soup is considered as a food item. It's not considered as a pure liquid. Why? Because it also has vegetables. So that's why whenever you speak about soup, you don't say, do you want to drink soup? No, do you want to eat soup? Eat is the right word for soup because it includes vegetables, right? Considered thick. Right. Yeah, please continue. Tulsi, read the next one.
You can
You can suck drinks through a
straw drink
what?
or get
suck drinks through a what? Straw. Straw is the word. Straw. Straw is the word. Okay.
straw.
You can suck drinks through a straw. Yeah, straw is the word. That's how we pronounce the word straw. Okay. This particular word straw also, means, like, for example, the one that we are talking about here, it can also mean a dried stalk of grain, which is used for weaving, basically. So if I were to give you another meaning of the word straw, minute. इसको हिंदी में I don't know what the word is. Like, for example, घास जो होती है हिंदी में जिसे कहते हैं, the dry stalk जो हम देखते हैं, which is collected and kept together, the dried stalks of grain, those are also known as straw. Okay, so remember that. Like you see those patches of straw in in a field, like an agricultural field, basically. खेत में जो दिखती हैं, that's also called as a straw, the dried stalk of grain. And that obviously is the other one, is the one that we talk about, this one, the plastic one. Okay. Pratap, please read the next slide. Pratap, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही. Please read the next slide.
Yes, sir.
Sentence पढ़िए, page 27.
ठीक है जी. You can put food on a plate and eat from it.
Correct. Thank you. Continue. Read the next one.
एक मिनट carry. You can carry the cups on a tray.
Very good. You can carry the cups on a tray. That's correct. Thank you. Suresh, read the next slide.
Yes, sir. You can slice meat with a knife.
With a
Second
knife.
option.
Absolutely. With a knife, that's correct. And anyone who's just joined. Shima, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah, you
Good.
can carry.
We are on the next page,
Sorry,
page
we
30.
can. Yeah, we can drink coffee or tea from a. Nice. Fourth one is right, mug.
Read the sentence again.
Yeah, we can drink coffee or tea from a
Tree
mug.
nahi. Tea. Tea.
Tea, sorry. Tea. Yeah,
From a mug. Okay. Thank you.
from
Yeah.
a mug.
Read the next one.
Yeah. We can pour water from a. No, first one is right, pitcher.
Pitcher. Okay.
Yeah,
You
we can pour water
from a pitcher. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, pitcher means flask, sir.
The pitcher is the bigger version of the mug, like a beer pitcher, for example, the one that they use to serve drinks, basically,
Oh,
or any liquid, iced tea, or beer, whatever. That's the common word, pitcher. So anything that is like a bigger mug, bigger version of the mug is called as a pitcher. Priyanka, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask you, have you registered using the mobile number or the email address?
Sir, both, sir.
Both,
Email
okay.
address as well as my mobile number.
Okay, just a minute. If I send you a message here on the chat here, do you see hi here on Zoom? Do you see my message?
No, sir.
No.
No.
Okay.
I can't see. I can see the people, those.
Okay, what's your email address that you use registering?
Rudransh Tiwari.
How do you spell it?
RUDRA. No, sir, it is not that. The ID is something different. Even I don't remember because the
No problem.
digits there, it is like the combination of some characters and numbers.
No problem. But the name is registered as Priyanka Tiwari, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Just a minute.
Okay, sir.
That's fine. Okay, that's fine. I'll mention the name. If sometimes, the reason I ask is because sometimes learners register using a different name, like, it's registered by somebody else, basically, who's
No, sir.
on
My
someone's
ID,
behalf.
my number, it is same, and the name is same even.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine. I'll ensure that I message them. I'll send an email today again. Okay. Right.
Yes, sir.
Abhay, read the next slide. We're almost at the end, I think. Oh no, in fact, we're done with the slide. Okay. So, yeah. Today we have some time. Let's do. We have about 20 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a topic, okay, for debate, okay, and divide you all into two groups like I did last time, so that it becomes easier for everyone to share their views. Okay. So in terms of the topics, basically, any general topic. Anyone has any topics in mind? I can think of it, or if not, I can give a topic, and I'm okay with that. And if you're okay with that, basically, I'll divide you all into two groups. One person will speak for, and one will speak against. Okay, so that it becomes easier for us to manage the debate. The certain rules before we discuss the topic are certain rules. When someone is making a statement, please allow the person to complete. अगर कोई कुछ बात कह रहा है तो उसे complete करने दीजिए. Second, do not make more than one or two statements, one or two sentences, so that everyone gets an opportunity. Okay. Ideally, one or two sentences are fine. Okay. So I don't want long sentences. Also, please focus on the grammar. Okay. Ensure that your sentences are short and clear, so that everyone in the group can understand. Speak loudly and clearly so that everyone in the group can understand. One or two sentences or observations are fine. We'll try so that everyone gets an opportunity to say something about that. Okay. Language should not be a concern. If there is something that you want to express, but you are not able to do it in Hindi, in English, you can tell me in English and I'll help you how to frame it in English. That's fine. Okay. It's so do not hesitate to share your views just because you're not able to frame the sentence in English. It's okay. You can tell me in Hindi, we can see the ways in which we can express it in English, okay? But try and make the sentences. It's okay, even if you make a mistake. It's not a problem, right?
Sir, I have an idea, sir. Privatization.
Privatization is, it's actually a good topic, but yeah, we keep it for another time. We need more students for that. And something that is a rather topic that everyone in the group may be able to, can relate to. Privatization, probably keep it for another time. Okay, let's say, give me a minute.
Sir, online, offline learning.
We did that. Online, offline learning, and I think there was, we covered parts of that when we did the social media, the positives and negatives. Okay, let's do something that is probably a little more controversial. Okay.
Sir, about money.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do this topic. Okay. We all know that reservations is a hot topic in India. Okay. Reservations is a very hot topic in India where every now and then there are debates about it. Okay. So let's say if the topic is, should reservations be based on economic status, or do you agree with the current reservation system, basically? Okay. Should it be based on so what are basically your views, and if you are for reservations based on anything, or if you are against reservation? Okay. So we'll try and divide you all in different groups. Okay. the first group that can speak for reservations and try and defend the system of reservations in India. For basically, you will defend कि जो है वो सही है, the system is right. We can probably improve ways, but it is right. It needs to exist. And the second group, which would probably speak about what are the shortcomings, what are the problems people face because of reservations, and why reservations should probably be banned in all the ways possible. Okay, or if you want, then you can categorize it. So let's say, okay, Priyanka, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can.
Yeah. So the first group that I'm naming, you all will speak on behalf or for reservations, and the other can speak against. So for and against. Okay. So
Okay, sir.
Priyanka in that group. Then Abhay, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Abhay again in that group. Pratap in that group. Okay. Suresh in that group. Okay. All right. And Rahul in that group. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. So this is the four group: Priyanka, Abhay, Pratap, Suresh, and Rahul. Okay. For reservations system in India. Okay. Second one, Tulsi, Shima, Karthik, and who else? Yeah, I think the other learners got disconnected. So I'll move Rahul to the other group. Okay, Rahul against reservation. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah. So these are the two groups. You all are 8 of you all. So I've divided you all into 4. I think the other learner got disconnected. So yeah. So
And I, sir.
4. So Priyanka,
Okay,
Abhay, Pratap,
okay,
Suresh. So if needed, I will individually ask you all to share your views so that it becomes easier, so that we can avoid the cross talking, because generally debates when you are on a video call or when you are in person, it becomes easier when someone is speaking, but here it's a little difficult. So I'll ask you all individually to share your views and then ask the other group and pick people individually to ask, so that we can I can hear you all clearly and everyone else can as well. Okay. So first, let's start with people from against the reservation group. Okay. Karthik, why don't you open the debate?
Yes, sir. I'm completely against the reservation concept because these reservations are just an agenda in the elections. Because of these kind of reservations, so many talented persons, so many talented people are losing their jobs because they're not getting the good ranks what they are means based on their talent, and they're also means losing their confidence that if we take some government jobs, even means with just 1 mark, they're losing some job because of this reservation. Means even in that government jobs also means age is also a criteria. So because of these reservations means some less talented people are getting more privileges than the really talented ones.
Fair enough. Thank you. Priyanka, why don't you counter that and make some statements, observations on backing and supporting reservation?
I'm in favor of reservation. Okay. The first and foremost thing, that this is the only issue which is like highlighted during the votes. So I think we are helping our politicians, we are helping our MPs, MLAs.
Priyanka, you are in a group which needs to speak in favor of reservation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. In
Yeah.
favor of
Okay. Yeah.
reservation,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
that we are giving them the issue.
Okay.
So it is like helping them if we are favoring the reservation. Second, we all are lagging behind. So to come up to your level, it means Karthik, right? Or others, those who are just what to say against, those who are against the reservation, we just want to come to their standard. For that we want reservation. I know
enough.
that we don't have that skill, but after that, we want reservation for equality. That's it, sir, from my side.
Thank you for equality. Okay, thank you. Make a good point. Basically, that is the whole of the matter generally when there are debates on reservations. Thank you. Against, Shima, go ahead, share something if you want to share about why, if you are against reservation system in India, and why should it be, what are the problems with that system, the existing system? Can you hear me, Shima? Shima, can you hear me? If you, I can see the name, but you're on mute. Okay, Reena, can you hear me? You've just joined.
Yes.
We started a topic which is like a debate on, there are two groups. One is talking in support of the reservation system in India, and the other one is highlighting the problems with the system and what issues it causes. Okay. So I think
Yes,
Shima, I see the name, but probably got disconnected. So I want you to speak against reservation. Why the system is not good. So the ground rules are you share a couple of views, one or two statements, and then the other group will respond. Okay. So say something if you want to.
Yes, sir. Actually, reservation system is not so bad, but now according to the system, actually problem is that there's so many educated person. It means all some child read a higher education in higher system, and her it means his family standard is good, and there are no need to reservation. But that types of people also get reservation, and they get less mark. It means minimum marks, and they admitted a good school, colleges, and that types of child who is more than that. That type of a student who is more talented than that student who get reservation.
That's fine. I get your point. The same point. I get it. Anything else you want to add?
Yes, sir.
Make shorter sentences, one or two sentences, so that I can allow maximum number of learners to share their views. Got it?
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I take your point. So I got your point. Basically, it's about equal opportunity and why
Yes.
sometimes
Yes,
people do. Yeah.
if reservation system is not, then some student is talented who got a proper knowledge and proper, and my country also is being a developed country if reservation is not in my country. Because if you are a talented person but you not get job because of reservation, you cannot admitted a proper a good school colleges, because you are not because the seat there are minimum seat there, and that is
Okay.
filled by reservation who
Got it, Rima. Sorry, I'll have to interrupt you. We got it. I'll need to continue with other learners. Thank you for sharing your views. Yes. So was against for Abhay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, share your views. Why is the reservation system important in India? Why do we need it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I speak on the reservation. Sir, there are different kinds of com, religion, and caste living in our country, and 80% of our population depend on the agriculture, and 40% of people living below the poverty line, and and mainly population of the country financially and educationally and socially poor. So our constitution
Yeah, okay.
constitution provide the reservation as per his caste and poor and financially and socially weaker. So reservation is importance for those person who living in a poverty line and scheduled caste,
Very good.
scheduled tribe, scheduled and OBC, because they were very weak and socially and financial. So his growth reservation is very important to provide government and also provide demand, provide reservation in government and private sector also, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Very good. Excellent point. Excellent point. The fact that I'll share what my views. Very good. Excellent point. Thank you. Yeah. Someone against. Tulsi, go ahead. Share your views if you want to share anything. Tulsi, Rahul, anyone from the against group. Rahul, Tulsi, and Shima are the three who are yet to share their views. I want you all to speak, guys. It's okay if you. Maximum participation is important. Yeah, it's got disconnected, I think.
May I
Shima?
share one more point, sir?
Yeah, give me a minute. I'll come to you. Shima, can you hear me? Tulsi, can you hear me? Yes, got disconnected. No problem. Yeah, go ahead, Karthik.
Yes, sir. Just before Priyanka said that we need to allow reservations for equality in the society. But in my opinion, these reservations even increases the inequality in the society. Like if we observe, the lower caste people gets a good seat in the college, whereas the upper caste person gets a somewhat bad seat when compared to the lower caste. Then in the mindset of the upper caste people, they think that okay, we are unlucky because we are born in a upper caste. If we were born in a lower caste, then we might get a good seat. So it even increases the caste feeling among the people, these kind of reservations.
Excellent. Very good. Good point. Excellent point. I agree. Anyone else from the for reservation wants to speak and counter that view?
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead, Priyanka. Yes, go ahead.
I am not in the favor of a reservation because we all are equal. So we all want equal opportunity, not reservation. Yeah, reservation is for that time when some it means a group of people was really deprived. But now I think maximum of us are getting equal opportunity in every field. So there's need to choose the right person, the skillful person. It should be given preference. But I was not getting any point. It was like how to say ton kasna.
Yeah, I got it. No problem.
How to say that, sir?
Yeah, you had to say something because I told you to represent that particular group.
It means he do comment.
You had to comment on something. No problem. That's fine. So you basically against it. Yes. Abhay, you want to add some points about why is India a country where reservation is important? Why is it? Abhay, you want to share some views?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes, sir. Sir, many caste like scheduled tribe in Hindi, Adivasi, is a very poor and no education and no financially rich. So how growth and how come in society this caste? So importance to provide the reservation and also scheduled caste. Many scheduled caste working in sweeper and cleaning the drain, nala jisko bolte hain, and different type of. So how can improve his family and society? So reservation is a good to growth his society and family. India these days, India went on the lifting the toilet on head. India consider this person. This from ancient Gaul coming this tradition. Some people lifting the toilet in head and throw. This is not good.
I agree.
Government, yes, ma'am, I agree. Government provide the facility, then his family, kids come in society, good society, and become get education. So reservation is very important to provide the scheduled tribe and
Very good
lower
point.
caste. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Excellent point. Basically, yeah, so we'll need to wrap it up. So yeah, well done. I have to share the feedback, so I'll take few 3-4 minutes.
Sir, only one point I would like to
Yeah.
counter on Abhay point, sir. Sir, he said that some kind of caste don't have some facilities to study, so that's why they need some reservation. But my point is, sir, why to give reservation on the basis of caste? Means they can even give the reservation on basis of their economical condition.
That's exactly what I was going to mention. That there is always a counter. See, there was a case recently. I don't remember the exact year, but it was recent. I think last year itself, where the Supreme Court ruled that the economic criteria cannot be the reason. But yeah, some may be against it, some might not be. Like for example, basically, that you cannot deny a reservation to a particular person because belonging to a particular community just because that he or she is rich. There was a ruling last year by the Supreme Court, the Honorable Supreme Court, right? So that is a debatable matter. But first, let me share the view. So yeah, well done. Good points all shared. Excellent points. Very good counterpoints.
And can I say only one last point, sir?
Yeah.
Sir, even in lower caste there are rich people, and even in upper caste there are poor people. So based on the reservation based on this caste system is entirely waste thing.
Yeah, so the problem here is the debate is not about whether reservation is right or wrong. Yeah, it is one of the factors, but the other factor is whether it can be considered, that whether India can get away from the caste system and make reservation purely on the basis of economic situation. But then there are complications to that as well. That is a point for another time. The problem is that because we have a lot of castes and there are subcastes, like thousands, like over 2,000-3,000, castes and subcastes, basically, it becomes very difficult. Like for example, the number of scheduled tribes, castes, SC, OBC, the categories that we talk about in terms of reservation in the education and the employment sector, the number is huge. So the counter argument obviously is about the economic situation. But yeah, that's a debate that's been, we cannot solve it in 1 hour. That's a debate that the country has been having for many, many years now. There are merits to it. There are some drawbacks as well. Also, there are very good points that some of that I made. It was about equal opportunity. Equal opportunity is something. Unfortunately, what happens in our country is when people sit from a privileged position where you have access to education, healthcare, jobs in a very easy manner. Unfortunately, in India, it's very easy to make a comment like that, but without realizing, there's a problem with without realizing what people from other parts of the country go through and the kind of situation that they live in. Unless and until you travel, unless and until you have an open mind, which not many people have, a lot of us do, of course, it's very difficult to understand what background a person comes from. So the difficulties that one person has to even face to even get basic education, forget employment. Employment is at a very different level altogether. So that's why there are arguments in favor of reservation system, because not everyone in our country comes from an equal social structure or equal background. Everyone has their own struggles. So that's one of the things. But just to give you all a feedback, whenever you all make sentences, you all make good sentences, but sometimes there is a lot of repetition as well. Try and avoid repetition. The way in which you can do that is try and make shorter sentences. Try and ensure that you use limited number of words to convey maximum meaning. But you all made excellent points. So that is a very good thing. Also, take a pause, so that you can, express 1 or 2 points. Yes, I told you all to make 1 or 2 sentences, but sometimes you have to make long sentences because you need to convey your thought, which is fine, which is understandable. But just as a practice, whenever you practice a debate or share your views, try and ensure that your sentences are a little more short and clear, crisp and clear, so that your idea is conveyed in the best possible manner. But the good thing is you all shared maximum views. Yes, there are arguments in favor, points in favor and against. Both have their merits. Yes, both merits. We as a nation probably need to decide, and people who rule the nation, they need to decide what is right, what is wrong. You cannot completely take out reservation, but you can probably streamline it. But then again, it's people who are in charge, they need to make a decision. And because India is such a vast and a diverse nation, this is a topic which probably there is no right or wrong, or there is no concrete answer that we may see in, that will come across in near future. It will take years to solve this, but there's nothing wrong with having a reservation system, but there are certain things that are wrong in terms of the system, which can be corrected. So, both the arguments are obviously have their merits. So, well, that's how it is. So debate sometimes does not have a clear right or wrong. It's just a point for, to discuss. And the idea is to share, to get you all to share your views and ensure that you all make some, points and counter arguments. So well done. Thank you very much. I'm happy that you all shared as many views as possible. Whenever we get time next time, we'll also practice some other topics like this. Okay. So thank you very much. Have a great evening, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.